Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, or welcome back. My name is Steph and I'm a first time mum from New Zealand. I upload weekly videos on motherhood, just sharing my life in general with my son who is 15 months old. But welcome to this video. I'm super excited about this video. This video is the first video of a mini series which I'm calling Having a Baby in New Zealand. Now if you're not from New Zealand, before you click out of this video, please stay on, watch this video, because I'm sure that some of the information that I'm going to be talking about will help you from whatever country you are in. However, I will be basing this mini series on having a baby in New Zealand because it is going to be based on my experience. So a little bit about this mini series, which I'm calling Having a Baby in New Zealand. It is to help any future mums, first time mums, or any mums out there that need a little bit of help or guidance. I want to be answering questions that you guys have, or any kind of topic that you guys want to talk about. So if there's anything that you want to know about having a baby in New Zealand, please pop it down below, or you can also DM me on Instagram. I'll pop my handle bar up on the screen. I am going to try and keep these videos really nice and short. I want to cut to the point. I just want to give you all the information, then you can walk away and do whatever you want with the information. The last thing that I want to talk about before I get straight into this video is that everything I am going to be talking about is my experience, which means that there are some people out there that might disagree with what I'm going to say, and that is okay. I'm really just trying to help. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to say that the way I've done it is exactly the way you have to do it. So please keep that in mind. If you disagree with what I'm saying, be kind and just remember that I'm just trying to help any mums out there. Alright, so for my first episode, I do want to talk about what to do when you find out you're pregnant. So firstly, if you click on this video and you're pregnant, congratulations. So exciting. Whether this is a surprise baby or a planned baby or a baby that you've been trying for so long, super exciting. So you have taken a test, possibly one, possibly like 5 tests, and there are 2 lines. You're pregnant and you have no idea what to do. Don't worry, you are not alone. A little bit of a backstory on what happened when I found out I was pregnant. It was a week before the very first lockdown in 2020 in New Zealand. I wasn't confident enough to tell anyone just yet. I really wanted to make sure that I actually was pregnant, even though I took like 3 tests. I kind of wanted to wrap my head around the pregnancy before I told anyone, so I had no idea what to do. I tried Googling, but man, I'm not the type of person that can read an article and find out what to do. I'd rather just watch a video. So that's what I'm trying to do. Create a video that will help you. I went to 3 places and I will talk about those 3 places and why I recommend going and so on. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that if you are 20 or under and you've just found out that you're pregnant, you don't know where to go, I recommend going to family planning. Family planning is free for 20-year-olds and under, which is amazing. Okay, so once that you go over to family planning, the first thing they're going to do is make you pee on a stick. Those 2 lines are going to pop up and congratulations, you're pregnant. And then the good thing is that the nurse is going to be able to give you a prescription for folic acid and iodine, hopefully I'm saying that correct. Those are the 2 things that is recommended in New Zealand that you take throughout your pregnancy. One of them ends within like 12 weeks or something like that. Can't quite remember, and the other one you take throughout your whole pregnancy, and they're super important for the growth of the baby. Then they're going to give you a whole bag full of pamphlets and pretty much send you home with a lot of very scary information all about the health of the baby and what you need to avoid, and a lot of scary pamphlets. But again, it is nice to be able to go there, get the prescription for folic acid and iodine, and then go home and kind of relax a little bit more and just know that you're getting those essentials in for your baby. Now, I did go to family planning and I did that very same thing. However, I didn't ask for a blood test. I'm sure that you could probably request a blood test and they would give you a prescription to take bloods to confirm again that you are pregnant if that is something that you want. The reason why I have recommended for people to go to family planning if they're 20 and under is because 1, it's free, but 2, I don't recommend for anyone else to go above. You're going to be paying $40 to go somewhere and leave with a bunch of pamphlets. Pretty much that's what's going to happen. So where I recommend you going if you find out that you're pregnant and you don't know what to do is go to your GP. Easy as that. The reason why I did suggest family planning for younger people is that some younger people don't have a GP. I didn't have a GP. I left home, I left my family GP, went to university, joined the free GP at university, never joined a GP ever again. That is why I recommended family planning. However, if you do have a GP, go to them first. If you do need to enroll in a GP, I recommend enrolling in a GP that is close to you. You're probably going to be going to them for quite a bit now that you're pregnant, so you're going to be saving that money on petrol and gas, so just go somewhere close by. But the good thing about going to a GP is they're going to do exactly the same as family planning. They're going to make you pee on a stick, they're going to be able to give you a prescription, they will definitely make you go get a blood test just to make sure that your bloods are all okay, make sure that you're not lacking any kind of iron or nutrients or anything inside your body. And the good thing about the GP is that they can take care of you up until you're 14 weeks pregnant, meaning that you've got quite a while before you need to find a midwife. The GP are also going to give you a big bag full of pamphlets. The GP will also give you a dating scan if that is something you want to go do. The GP can also give you a list of midwives around your area. Honestly, your GP will be your best friend. Again, there are options where you could go straight to a midwife as soon as you find out that you're pregnant. That is an option. But if you don't even know where to start and you don't even know how to find a midwife, go to your GP, start there. Get those nutrients for baby, make sure that everything's okay, go get your dating scan, go see that tiny little peanut in the monitor, it's very cute, and then you can choose your midwife later on. So like I mentioned, your GP can take care of you for the first 14 weeks. I think it's 14, or maybe it's just your first trimester, 14, 12 weeks, around there, and then you will have to find a midwife. Which kind of leads me to my second part of this video that I want to talk about, is finding a midwife in New Zealand. Honestly, don't think too hard about this, and I think a lot of people stress about the idea of finding a midwife because you do want to click with that person, you want to feel comfortable with that person. I personally went through the obstetrician line, meaning I paid for an obstetrician and they had several midwives, and it was kind of like a doctor's office, and you go in there and you see a different person each time and they do the same thing with everyone and make sure that you're okay. The reason why I went there was just because that's where my sister-in-law went. I was really shy and felt really nervous about finding that right midwife, so I just felt like having an obstetrician and a bunch of people look after me would be better. That is a route that you can do. Keep in mind that going down the track of an obstetrician does cost a lot of money. Can't quite remember, but I'm thinking it was around the $1,500, so just keep that in mind. If you want to get a midwife, again, your GP is able to give you a big list of all the midwives that is in your area. It is super important that you ask them if they're going to be available around your due date before you ask them, and then I just recommend meeting a couple people. You don't have to choose the midwife, the first one that you contact. If you don't feel like you can show your vagina to this midwife, then honestly, go find another one. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure they get that all the time, and they just want you to be happy at the end of the day and feel comfortable. So if you don't feel comfortable with the first one, then call someone else and call someone else, and so on. There is also midwife clinics. You can go to them, ask them if they've got anyone available, or you can always find midwives on Instagram now. There's so many people who will share their midwives and experiences if you look at mum influencers on Instagram. But yeah, have a look on Instagram, ask other mums around. There's some great Facebook group about new mums, New Zealand mums, and you can always pop a comment up there and be like, hey, any recommendations for a midwife in this area? Alright guys, so that is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about for the very first episode of having a baby in New Zealand, what you should do when you first find out that you're having a baby, and how to find a midwife in New Zealand. I hope this information is useful to you. I've tried to kind of wrap it up and speed it up as fast as I can just to give you that information. Again, any questions, please pop it down below. Thank you so much. Please give it a thumbs up if you did like it, because it really supports my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!